Hi, I'm John Sconyers with Sage Capital Bank. Welcome to tonight's game between the Rangers and the Unicorns. Go Rangers!
It's Tuesday night high school basketball on the Rangers Network. Tonight, a matchup in 27 6A play between Smithson Valley and New Braunfels, and this game is underway a little more than 30 seconds in. Very important late season matchup. Smithson Valley right now tied for the fourth and final playoff spot in 27 6A, and New Braunfels only a game back of the Rangers, coming in and playing for a season series sweep over Smithson Valley here tonight. The Rangers had a chance to take a two-game lead over Wagner in the standings for the fourth playoff spot, but lost to the Thunderbirds on Friday. The loss was a second straight for Smithson Valley, which is trying to reach the playoffs for a fourth straight season. Turnaround is short for Allison Howe, and if Braunfels has the basketball back, should note big player not in the lineup tonight for Smithson Valley is the team's second leading scorer and leader in assists and steals, Trinity Garrett. Smithson Valley, in fact, only has 9 available bodies here tonight in what is a very important game. Looking back at the loss to the Thunderbirds on Friday, Gabby Elliott, who's played so well all year long, played well again against the Thunderbirds in Converse, a double-double, 14 points, 17 rebounds. No other players scored in double figures this past Friday night. But tonight, the Rangers look at a bounce back and for an important win, because when you look at the remaining schedule for the Rangers, there's some tough teams still looming. Clemens and Judson still remaining on Smithson Valley's schedule with 3 games to go. 2 minutes in, no score here from Ranger Gym. The New Braunfels won the first matchup between these two back in December the 22nd, 54-34. Both offenses struggling in the early going. Elliott draws a foul. Foul whistled against Caroline Clark of New Braunfels. This Unicorn team comes in with a record of 6-16. They dropped 5 of the first 6 district games, but they've since played better, splitting their last 4. New Braunfels last played on Friday and lost to the district's top team, Judson, by a final of 71-36. So they sit at 3-7 in 27 6A play. And again, New Braunfels is 1 game back of both Smithson Valley and Wagner with 4 games left, but that includes tonight's game, which again is very important for each team. On the drive and the finish short by Clark. The Rangers get another defensive stop, but can they get a basket? So far, the answer to that question has been no, 3 minutes in. But now free throws coming up for Morgan Abbott for Smithson Valley. The Unicorns have been led this season by Kaylee Mulkey, who scored 22 in the win over the Rangers last month, as Abbott drills the first free throw. So again, tonight New Braunfels playing for a season series sweep and to stay in the playoff hunt. 1 more for Abbott. And both free throws are good for the junior. 2-0, Rangers on top. Let's compare these two teams. Take a look at the numbers for both the Rangers and the Unicorns. Smithson Valley, like New Braunfels, sitting on 6 wins, not as many losses. A 1-game lead in the district standings. New Braunfels scoring a little bit more. Each team giving up about the same on defense. The Rangers, see that number 42.3 in terms of scoring. A year ago, they averaged more than 55 points a game. But a lot of new blood for the Rangers this season. And they've had a tough go of it compared to all the success they enjoyed a year ago. And there in the huddle is second-year head coach Matthew Sutherland. 33 wins as Rangers head coach. Out of the timeout, a 2-0 Smithson Valley lead. The Rangers shot poorly against the Unicorns in their meeting last month, 30% from the floor. Neither team has made a basket so far tonight. Both Ranger points coming from the foul line. Here's Mulkey. Again, we're watching her all night long, a pure score. And there's her first basket. Kaylee Mulkey on the take and a chance for a three-point play. Really talented scorer. The senior set the team record for points in a season a year ago as a junior. It was named first team All-District and completes a three-point play. Mulkey averaging over 17 points a game, the only New Braunfels player averaging double figures this season. And Mulkey knocks it away, and it's saved by Grace Renard. Back to Mulkey, and flips it in. Has all 5 New Braunfels points. Nearly halfway through the first quarter, and a 5-2 New Braunfels lead. Mulkey was held to 7 points in the loss to Judson on Friday. Looking for a bounce-back game here tonight. Here's Elliott for the Rangers. Her first field goal attempt is off target. Rebound, stick back good for Jasmine Bolds, who has not really played much at all this year. Rangers' first field goal halfway through the first quarter, trailing by 1. Ball knocked away and stolen. Turnover for the Unicorns. You look at the last 20 meetings between these two, a series dominated by Smithson Valley over the past decade. They've won 16 of the 20 matchups against the Unicorns. They had won 6 straight over New Braunfels until the Unicorn win back in December the 22nd. Looking back at that game, the Rangers led by 6 at the end of the first quarter, but then struggled the rest of the way, scoring just 18 over the final 3 quarters combined. Floater, Elliott, no, but got her own miss. And now Abbott has it out front for Smithson Valley. 3:20 left, opening quarter. Trailing 5-4. Good pass inside. And Grace Clifton will go to the foul line now for the Rangers. This last foul against Haley Solib. And here's Clifton. First of 2 is short. Rangers as a team shooting 68% for the line this season. They were 10 of 17 with the stripe in Friday's loss at Wagner. 1 of 2 for Clifton here. So the Rangers 3 of 4 from the line here in the first quarter. We're tied at 5. 5 minutes gone by. And what is a very important district game. Off the miss by Chloe Kossaith. Smithson Valley gets it back.
Look at her. Dive, Gabby, dive. Fill in.
Clifton works it back out to Bowles. Rangers reset the offense against this New Braunfels zone. Into Elliott. Got her defender up into the air. Jordan Hoffman, but couldn't finish. And now a tie-up. And Smithson Valley will keep it off of the possession arrow. Into the game for the Rangers, Allison Howell back in as Clifton sits down. Again, Smithson Valley playing without the services of Trinity Garrett tonight. Catch and shoot 3 in the inbound from Abbott. The Rangers' top 3-point shooter at 42%. She hit 4 threes in the Rangers' last win on January 15th in an overtime win over East Central as Mulkey scores again. She scored all 7 for New Braunfels here in the game's first 5+ minutes. Smithson Valley trying to attack the zone defense. Instead, it's a turnover. Ball taken away by Bree Sosa, up ahead to Mulkey, and she has 9. Kaylee Mulkey, what a start for New Braunfels. And the Unicorns on top by 4, under 2 to go here in the opening quarter, playing for a season series sweep. Looking to pick up just their 4th road win of the year. 3-10 on the road this season. In the corner, shot's good. That's a long 2 for Caroline Dias. Sophomore knocks it in to 2-point New Braunfels lead. Can the Unicorns generate offense outside of Mulkey? Banks in a 3. How about that shot from Mulkey? 12 in the quarter. Coming up in the final minute of the first. Rangers at home this year, 4-6. They were 11-2 in this building a year ago. New Braunfels staying in that 2-3 zone defense. Bowles a 3. Rebound, Mulkey for New Braunfels. Unicorns want to attack. 40 seconds to go, on top by 5. Mulkey, the only player who has scored for the Unicorns. Sosa takes Bowles off the dribble and puts it in. And that will lead to a timeout by Coach Matthew Sutherland. So again, Smithson Valley playing without Trinity Garrett here tonight. A player who's done a lot for the Rangers this season. Second leading scorer this year, 10 points a game. Leads Smithson Valley in assists and steals as well. Solid 3-point shooter. Last year's district defensive MVP. And a veteran on varsity since her freshman season. But the Rangers playing without her services here tonight. That's a big part of the lineup not available for Smithson Valley. A player who could also really help defend Mulkey. But again, the Rangers don't have her at their disposal here this evening. And as a result, Mulkey's got 12 points and New Braunfels has a 7-point lead as we approach the end of the first quarter. 30 seconds to go. Smithson Valley trying to work it into Elliott. New Braunfels in that zone defense kind of fronting her in the post right now. Draws it anyway, gets a double team, trying to flip it in but can't. Rebound snare by Meredith Sherrod. Final seconds tick away. He with a buzzer. And we will go to the second. Kaylee Mulkey leading New Braunfels to a 14-7 lead in the end of 1. Second quarter coming up after this on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by GVTC, Ferris Orthodontics, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Fisher's Market, Sage Capital Bank, HEB, Summerhill Dental, Dermatology San Antonio, and Wick Productions.
We'll look again at Smithson Valley head coach Matthew Sutherland in his second season at Smithson Valley. 27 wins a year ago. That was a program record. Third straight season the team has won 20 or more. And that was Smithson Valley's 5th winning season over the past 6 years. And again, during this 3-year stretch, the preceding 3 years, the Rangers have been a playoff team every time. And that is very much up in the air right now. Rangers clinging to a 4-6 district record, tied with Wagner for 4th place. Only a 1-game lead over New Braunfels. Tonight really has a playoff feel to it. New Braunfels wins this game. They'll have the tiebreaker, and Smithson Valley with games remaining against Judson and Clemens. Going to be a really tall order to go back to the postseason. New Braunfels collects another offensive rebound, but then the Unicorns turn it over. A trap. Dias in trouble. And the Unicorns force a tie-up, but Smithson Valley will keep it. Again, big first quarter for Kaylee Mulkey from New Braunfels. Scored a dozen. She is off the floor right now, so if you're Smithson Valley, this is a very important window to take advantage. Three-pointer short by Taylor Diaz, who really struggled the last time these two met. Diaz, I beg your pardon, was scoreless against New Braunfels last month, an 0-7 shooting. 1 minute gone by in the second. New Braunfels has led throughout a majority of the game. Can New Braunfels find his offense with Mulkey on the bench? Missed three from Sherrod. Rebound though, Abby Mendieta, and flips it in. Honorable mention, all district as a sophomore a year ago. Mendieta has her first points of the game, and New Braunfels has its largest lead at 16-7. Pass into the post, taken away by Mendieta. Up ahead, Sosa can't lay it in. Mendieta, another offensive rebound, and New Braunfels gets a stick back from Emma Norseworthy. 11-point New Braunfels lead. Unicorns in a 9-0 run. And they have extended the lead with Mulkey on the bench. Diaz the miss, Elliott the rebound. And free throws coming up for Gabby Elliott. With 2 minutes gone by in the second, and Smithson Valley trailing 18-7. Foul against Norseworthy, her first, and the team's fourth. Elliott, again, has been a leader for Smithson Valley this season. Team leader in points and rebounds, block shots. As she scores her first points of the game. You see her numbers for the season. Leading the team in all of those categories. Had big numbers in Smithson Valley's last win over East Central 11 nights ago. 16 points, 18 boards, and 4 block shots. Scores her first 2 points tonight on those free throws. That ends a 9-0 New Braunfels run. Long three is good. Emma Norseworthy cans a long three. And New Braunfels has built a 12-point lead, 21-9. Second made three of the game for New Braunfels. Smithson Valley is yet to make a three. Trying to end that drought, they can't. The miss by Abbott, a battle for the board, and New Braunfels will get it back. New Braunfels again playing for the sweep over Smithson Valley. They have not swept the season series in 12 years. Last did it back in 2009. Looking good right now. On the drive, Sherrod finds a cutter inside Sosa and a foul. Foul against Caroline Dias. Dias' first, team second. Mendieta, the crossover. Inside Sherrod, and free throws now coming up for New Braunfels. Under 5 to go in the second, 21-9. New Braunfels lead. Meredith Sherrod with the first points of the night. Honorable mention, all district as a sophomore a year ago. One more coming up for Sherrod. Good on both free throws. A 14-point cushion for the Unicorns. Team trying to bounce back from a loss on Friday. Smithson Valley trying to end a 2-game slide with a daunting schedule ahead. After tonight, Smithson Valley is at Clemens on Friday. The Buffaloes are a 14-5 team, 8-2 in district. The Rangers then host South San next Tuesday, close the season next Friday at Judson, the number 7 ranked team in the state. Ball saved by Abbott. Coming up on 4 minutes to go in the half. Rangers looking for a spark. The Braunfels just will not allow Elliott to make an impact in this game. In that zone defense, they're just clogging up the passing lanes into Elliott. Not much of a threat from the outside. Smithson Valley wants to plant her in the post. But now Elliott at the three-point line gets the basketball. Gives it up. Touch pass, deflected and stolen. Good defensive play by Sherrod. 14-point New Braunfels lead in the basketball. They're doing this, extending the lead again with Kaylee Mulkey on the bench. Open shooter, Sosa. Off on the three. Rebound, New Braunfels, put back good. Sherrod has it for Unicorns. 16-point New Braunfels lead with nearly 3 minutes left here in the first half. And a whistle here. It's against Norsworthy of New Braunfels, the team's fifth. For Norsworthy, her second. And a timeout taken by New Braunfels' head coach, Jimmy Carristory. Or no timeout, just mass substitutions. 5 off and 5 on. So Mulkey in the starting 5 back on the floor now for New Braunfels, and their bench again took the lead from 7 at the end of 1 to 16 when they come back into the game after 5 minutes had gone off the second quarter clock. New Braunfels has outscored Smithson Valley in the quarter 11-2. Elliott shovels it into the corner to Bolds. Back into Elliott. And against a double team, able to fight out of it. Bolds, reverse layup, counts in the foul. Good shot from Jasmine Bolds, and a chance for a three-point play. Foul against Haley Solohub. 16 foul against New Braunfels. Good finish there from Jasmine Bolds. And completes a three-point play. Smithson Valley has shot well from the line tonight, 6 of 7, but not making enough field goals. They've only made 4 baskets. They trail by 13 with 2.5 to go until halftime. Open look at a 3, too strong by Renard. So Smithson Valley gets a defensive stop. Ideally, if you're Coach Sutherland, you'd like to get this lead into single digits going into the halftime locker rooms. Instead, a turnover here. Unicorns get it back. Mulkey on the attack, missed the layup. Offensive rebound in Braunfels, taken away by Abbott. The ball, though, finally saved by Solohub. Under 2 to go in the first half. Mulkey draws a foul in the act of shooting, so 2 free throws coming up for Kaylee Mulkey, who scored a dozen in the first quarter, has not scored yet here in the second. Our next Ranger broadcast, by the way, comes your way this Friday. The Smithson Valley boys hosting the Clemens Buffaloes. Tip-off at 7 o'clock this Friday from Ranger Gym. A game that can be seen right here on the Rangers Network. Both free throws good for Mulkey. 15-point New Braunfels lead as we approach halftime. Shot for Elliott blocked by Hoffman. Back in the Unicorns. Mulkey off the screen. Nice pick and roll play to Hoffman. Good play for New Braunfels. Hoffman the basket, her first tonight. 17-point New Braunfels advantage. Short-handed Ranger team having some issues here in the first half. Only 9 active players for the Rangers. A near turnover. Smithson Valley able to save it. Under a minute to go. Bolzolin loses it. Ahead, Mulkey on the lay-in, missed the bunny. But the ball saved right back to her. Open look at the three is good for Caroline Clark. It's been that kind of night for New Braunfels. 20-point Unicorn lead. Outscoring the Rangers here in the second quarter, 18-5. Abbott, a reach and foul against New Braunfels whistled against Caroline Clark. 17 foul, Clark's third. And here is Abbott, who hit her 2 free throws earlier tonight. The Rangers' third leading scorer this season behind Garrett and Elliott. Earns herself one more. Smithson Valley just struggles to get its offense going against this New Braunfels team. Again, they scored just 34 in the first meeting. Last month, only 18 to the second half. Shot 30% from the floor in that game, and from three-point range, they were 4 of 20. Down by 19. Ball slapped away by Grace Renard. New Braunfels just continues to deny looks for Elliott in the post. They're taking away the Rangers' strength and forcing somebody else to beat them. It's good strategy for New Braunfels. This time Elliott, though, gets the basketball and draws a foul. It's against Haley Solohub. And Elliott, in the act of shooting, will shoot a pair. She's not made a field goal tonight. Is 2 of 2, though, from the foul line. And Comley knocks in the first. Brought his name up. First-year head coach Jimmy Kerr's story for New Braunfels. He is the third different head coach in as many seasons at New Braunfels. Final seconds, first half. Here's Mulkey. 6 seconds to go. Inside, Hoffman to the pick and roll, puts it in. And New Braunfels will take a commanding 19-point lead into the halftime locker rooms. New Braunfels' impressive play through 2 quarters and leads to a 34-15 lead at the half from Ranger Gym.
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless with Summerhill Dental. If you've been putting off going to see the dentist out of fear, I want you to know that it's time to go see your dentist. We have a procedure in place on how we intake patients and how we handle all patients to make sure everybody's experience here at our office is safe and productive. People have been afraid to go to the dentist just for a routine cleaning, but we've got you covered. It's time to come back and see your dentist. Summerhill Dental, your Smithson Valley dentist.
Hi, I'm Brenda Bueno, loan assistant at Sage Capital Bank. We want to give a shout out to all the Smithson Valley coaches and teachers for all that they do. Go Rangers!
The last few months have been challenging for everyone.
As teachers, we have faced unexpected challenges that have been outside of what we have ever done before.
While teachers have been ready and willing to do whatever it takes, it's been a bit more difficult to navigate.
With new expectations, our normal responsibilities have doubled in order to keep our students and staff safe.
That is why it's even more appreciated that Smoky Mo's Barbecue is always there for the Rangers.
Thanks, Smoky Mo's, for stepping in when we needed you most.
Thanks, Smoky Mo's.
Thanks, Smoky Mo's. Thanks, Smoky Mo's.
A whole lot of things have changed over the past few months, but some things have stayed just the same. Here at Smithson Valley, we are still making your kids smile. You may not see that as easily with those masks on, but those smiles are just beneath. And when all this passes, and it will. You'll really be reminded of how we just keep making them smile. Thank you for your trust and support, and get your guns up.
Jonathan and Drew face off in a Hollywood home build-off, and the competition,
I smell fear,
never stops building. It's lights, camera, renovation. An all-new Brother vs. Brother, Wednesday night at 9 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV, GVTC, channel 578.
Text.
And there's one team that's always there to make sure they stay safe. Lone Star Law. Sunday at 9 on Animal Planet.
Watch Animal Planet, GVTC, channel 552. Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by GVTC, Ferris Orthodontics, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Fisher's Market, Sage Capital Bank, HEB, Summerhill Dental, Dermatology San Antonio, and Wick Productions.
Hi, I'm Donna. I'm so excited to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley.
I think we made a great decision.
You have a you're really gonna like.
Donna?
Principal Wall, are you here to welcome Dermatology San Antonio to Smithson Valley as well?
No, I'm here for my 3 o'clock Diamond Glow facial.
Principal Wall.
I will find you the perfect house.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you want.
My goodness. All you have to do is
love it.
Or list it.
This house has so much potential, it's ridiculous.
I got a great house. They
Bring it. All new. Love it or list it. Monday night at 9 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV, GVTC, channel 578.
Hi, I'm Kelly Irwin. Sage Capital Bank is proud to partner with Comel ISD in supporting our community, families, and students. Go Rangers!
At QVC, we know shopping because we're shoppers too.
We know sometimes you want to treat others, and sometimes you just want to treat yourself.
We know it's the little things that make a house a home.
And we know what it's like to budget. It's why we started Easy Pay, so you can enjoy what you want now and pay over time with 0% interest.
We created QVC for shoppers like us. And like you. QVC, by shoppers, for shoppers.
A whole lot of things have changed over the past few months, but some things have stayed just the same. Here at Smithson Valley, we are still making your kids smile. You may not see that as easily with those masks on, but those smiles are just beneath. And when all this passes, and it will, you'll really be reminded of how we just keep making them smile. Thank you for your trust and support, and get your guns up.
This one is called the Vigor MX-5 300 ZX.
Yes, Mikey, yes.
Sometimes you have to think outside the box.
I am going to be making up as I go along.
Doesn't get much cooler than this. I mean, seriously.
Wheeler Dealers. New episode every Wednesday at 9 on Motor Trend. Or stream every episode ad-free on the app.
America's biggest secrets have been locked away, hidden from the public by the rich and powerful. Now it's time to unlock America's Book of Secrets, Special Edition. All new Tuesdays at 9, only on History.
Watch History Channel, GVTC, Channel 557.
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless with Summerhill Dental. If you've been putting off going to see the dentist out of fear, I want you to know that it's time to go see your dentist. We have a procedure in place on how we intake patients and how we handle all patients to make sure everybody's experience here at our office is safe and productive. People have been afraid to go to the dentist just for a routine cleaning, but we've got you covered. It's time to come back and see your dentist. Summerhill Dental, your Smithson Valley dentist.
Hi, I'm Brenda Bueno, loan assistant at Sage Capital Bank. We want to give a shout out to all the Smithson Valley coaches and teachers for all that they do. Go Rangers!
The last few months have been challenging for everyone.
As teachers, we have faced unexpected challenges that have been outside of what we have ever done before. While teachers have been ready and willing to do whatever it takes, it's been a bit more difficult to navigate.
With new expectations, our normal responsibilities have doubled in order to keep our students and staff safe.
That is why it's even more appreciated that Smoky Mo's Barbecue is always there for the Rangers.
Thanks, Smoky Mo's, for stepping in when we needed you most.
Thanks, Smoky Mo's.
Thanks, Smoky Mo's. Thanks, Smoky Mo's.
A whole lot of things have changed over the past few months, but some things have stayed just the same. Here at Smithson Valley, we are still making your kids smile. You may not see that as easily with those masks on, but those smiles are just beneath. And when all this passes, and it will, you'll really be reminded of how we just keep making them smile. Thank you for your trust and support, and get your guns up.
Jonathan and Drew face off in a Hollywood home build-off, and the competition,
I smell fear,
never stops building. It's lights, camera, renovation. An all-new Brother vs. Brother, Wednesday night at 9 on HGTV.
Watch HGTV, GVTC, Channel 578.
And welcome back to Ranger Gym at the half. New Braunfels on top 34-15, ready to start the third quarter. Big first half for Kaylee Mulkey for New Braunfels, 14 points, 12 coming in the first quarter alone. The Rangers were led by Jasmine Bowles, who scored 5. Quiet first half for Gabby Elliott. New Braunfels' zone defense really gave the Rangers some fits in terms of getting her more involved into the game. And again, Smithson Valley playing without Trinity Garrett here tonight has hamstrung them a little bit from an offensive standpoint. The Rangers only playing with 9 healthy bodies here tonight as they look to pick up a very important district win. Right now, the Rangers tie for 4th in the district, along with Wagner, only a 1-game lead over New Braunfels and South Sand. And that lead is in jeopardy, as New Braunfels has a 19-point lead as we start the second half. The Rangers need to turn things around in a hurry. New Braunfels outscored the Rangers in that second quarter 20-8, and they start the third quarter by forcing a turnover. Mulkey spots a long 3, hits a long 3. Kaylee Mulkey second from deep, 17 of the game for Mulkey. The New Braunfels has built a 22-point lead, 37-15. Elliott that time got behind Hoffman. Hoffman, though, recovered well defensively and deflected the shot. A rare good look for Elliott, couldn't capitalize. This is a New Braunfels team which started district play off to a rough start. Started 1-5. Since then, they've split their last 4 games. A win tonight would be their third out of the last 5, and perhaps in position for that 4th and final playoff spot. Off the miss, Smithson Valley gets it back. 1 minute gone by in the third as the Rangers turn it over again. And then Diaz, the foul of Grace Renard, will go to the free throw line for a pair. A lot of ball from Diaz, yes, but also got the body. Renard scoreless so far here tonight. Able to hit the first free throw. Both teams have shot well from the line here this evening. As New Braunfels has scored the first 4 points of the third, make it 5. Not the way Smithson Valley needed to start the second half. A mountain to climb, down 24 with 6.5 left in the third. In the corner, Abbott off from the three. Rebound. Caroline Clark for New Braunfels. Works it back out to Mulkey. In the corner, open look at a three. Off target for Renard. So the Rangers going to stop. They need some offense though. Diaz gets it back from Abbott. Here's Elliott. Good touch pass to Bolds. Her three is off. Elliott, though, the rebound and picks up her first field goal of the game. 6 now for Gabby Elliott. A first-team All-District player last year as a sophomore. The Rangers' top scorer a year ago. Leads them to scoring again this season. Answer basket, three-pointer from Caroline Clark, no good. But Braunfels gets it back. But a double dribble called against Grace Renard. And Smithson Valley will get it back. Spoke earlier about New Braunfels and the Unicorns coaching situation. Jimmy Kerr's story in year one. Third different coach in as many seasons for New Braunfels. Longtime head coach Lance Huey retired 2 years ago as Smithson Valley turns it over again and leads to an easy Mulkey basket. Gives her 19 of the game. After Coach Huey retired following the end of the 2018-19 season, Jamie Moore came on board, but coached New Braunfels for just 1 year and left for Crane High School following the end of the 1920 season. New Braunfels 6-16 this year. 3-7 in 27 6A play, but the record can be misleading. They have looked very much a part of the contender here tonight. Led by Kaylee Mulkey's 19 points. Taking advantage of a shorthanded Ranger team. And on top by 24. Over the past 5 quarters of play, these two have met. New Braunfels has outscored Smithson Valley by 50. Remarkable. They were down by 6 at the end of one in their meeting last month. And New Braunfels wound up winning by 20. They lead by 24 now. Halfway through the third, 41-17 New Braunfels. That time Mulkey misfires, gets it back on the offensive rebound from Hoffman, and will now go to the free throw line. Foul against Gabby Elliott. Team second. Good offensive rebound from Hoffman, and Mulkey staying aggressive. And the first free throw for Mulkey is off. And one more coming up for the senior as Smithson Valley makes mass substitutions. Entire new five on the floor now for Smithson Valley. Mulkey misses them both. 4 minutes gone by in the third. 24-point New Braunfels lead. Ball here last touched by New Braunfels. Smithson Valley will keep it. As Coach Sutherland looks on. Trying to find a lineup and a combo that works. This lineup on its first offensive possession turns it over. Ball last touched by Mariana Baza. New Braunfels, again, has not swept the season series in 12 years. A lot of these players were in preschool the last time that happened. And New Braunfels is 11 minutes and 31 seconds away from ending that drought. Unless Smithson Valley can turn things around in a hurry. Solahub inbounds it, finds a shooter, Renard. Can't hit the three, and Smithson Valley will get back the basketball. New Braunfels led at the end of one by 7. Led by 19 at halftime. On top by 24 here, and a foul called against New Braunfels, their first of the second half. That was a 4th personal foul against Caroline Clark. She comes out for the Unicorns. Ranger cheer section trying to do its part. Into the stands here at Ranger Gym. The second to last home game of the season for the Rangers. Their final home game next Tuesday. It'll come against South Sand. That basket counts, and a foul for Allison Howe, her first bucket tonight. Attacking the offensive glass, and a chance for a three-point play. Can't complete it. Rebound tracked down by the Unicorns. A battle for the basketball. And Smithson Valley will get it back on the alternating possession. Howe, the freshman, by the way, for the Rangers, lone freshman on this team. Smithson Valley's 4th leading scorer this season and their 2nd leading rebounder. Talked earlier about goals for the Rangers towards the end of the first half. It was to get the lead into single digits. That didn't happen. Right now, you'd figure it's to be within the teens for a shot at a comeback in the 4th. A travel whistled against Chloe Kosei for the Unicorns. Smithson Valley getting some defensive stops, but again, the issue right now is offense. Pass underneath, and another tie-up. This one forced by Bree Sosa with Grace Clifton. And again on the arrow, this time the ball alternates to the Unicorns. A team which had pieced together 3 straight winning seasons, and that streak will end this year. As New Braunfels breaks the press. Open shot from the top. 3-pointer no good by Northworthy. New Braunfels, though, another offensive rebound. Sosa. Back to Mulkey. And a reaching foul here against the Rangers' Grace Clifton. New Braunfels going 17-16 each of the previous 2 years. They won 20 games the year before that 2-year window. But despite those winning records in recent years, as Sherrod hits for the Unicorns, she had 6. New Braunfels has not been to the playoffs since 2014. A win tonight would go a long way to keeping those hopes alive to do so this year. Although they've got a mountain to climb. As they enter tonight's game, not only a game back of New Braunfels, but a game back of Smithson Valley rather, but a game back of Wagner. The reason why the Unicorns have struggled to get into the postseason over the previous 6 years is they've played poorly in districts as Smithson Valley gets a turnover. The Unicorns have not had a district record over 500 in 11 years. Last happened in the 09-2010 season. You look at the New Braunfels district record during that stretch. She's 31-89. Yet they've been the superior team tonight, on top by 24 as they wind down to the final minute of the third. Mendieta puts it in, a long two for Abby Mendieta. 4 in the game for the junior. 26-point lead, the largest tonight for New Braunfels. Into the post, Howe. Shot well defended by Norsworthy. The Braunfels loses the basketball and Smithson Valley will get it back. There again, a look at the shot from Abby Mendieta. New Braunfels has played really well offensively tonight. This for a team which is only averaging 49 points a game. Here's Corinne Levy. Their first bucket, second-year varsity player, puts it in. Back down to a 24-point New Braunfels lead. Sosa, bounce pass, may have been kicked. No, it's a foul first, called against Mariana Baza for Smithson Valley. "17 seconds to go. Into the backcourt, and Sosa and New Braunfels playing for perhaps the final shot of the third. On the switch, picked up by Elliott, but a moving screen whistled against Meredith Sherrod. .7 to go. Here's Elliott. Puts it up, short, and that'll take us into the fourth quarter. So New Braunfels is now 8 minutes away, 1 quarter away from its first season series sweep over the Rangers in a dozen years, on top of the end of 3, 45-21.
I'm Dr. Matt Bayless with Summerhill Dental. If you've been putting off going to see the dentist out of fear, I want you to know that it's time to go see your dentist. We have a procedure in place on how we intake patients and how we handle all patients to make sure everybody's experience here at our office is safe and productive. People have been afraid to go to the dentist just for a routine cleaning, but we've got you covered. It's time to come back and see your dentist. Summerhill Dental. Your Smithson Valley dentist.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by GVTC, Ferris Orthodontics, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Fisher's Market, Sage Capital Bank, HEB, Summerhill Dental, Dermatology San Antonio, and Wick Productions.
And welcome back to Ranger Gym. 45-21, New Braunfels comfortably on top as we start the fourth quarter. Rangers would need a massive comeback and in a hurry to climb out of this 24-point deficit. Smithson Valley, a team that's played well over the past 3 seasons. The record this year is 6-12, but again, the preceding 3 years, the Rangers have been a really good program. As there's a administrative discussion right now at the scores table. There was nearly a technical foul called against the Rangers during the quarter break between the third and fourth quarters because a player's name was not inserted into the official scorebook. But they didn't catch the error when it happened at the time, and because of that technicality, the technical foul not assessed. So we start playing the fourth. New Braunfels' aggressive defense. Here's Elliott inside of the mismatch against Sosa, puts it in. 8 in the game now for Gabby Elliott. 45-23, New Braunfels on top. And right now, Kaylee Mulkey not in the game for New Braunfels. She has a game-high 19 points. Sosa, good spin move. Ball lost off the foot of Kossaith, but New Braunfels gets it back. And now the Unicorns, not a turnover. They'll keep it, last touched by the Rangers. A lot of arguing from the Ranger fans here at Ranger Gym. They discussed, it didn't appear that Bolts had touched it. And let's see if they change the call. They don't. Stays with the Braunfels. Kossaith, shot blocked by Allison Howe. Now Norsworthy triggers the inbound. See the block there from Allison Howe. Good defense from the freshman. Nearly 1 minute gone by the fourth. New Braunfels has won every quarter tonight. Won the first quarter by 7, the second by 12, and the third by 5. Smithson Valley has not scored more than 8 points in any quarter tonight. And the basketball will stay on this end. This for a New Braunfels team which is giving up more than 56 points a game. In district play, they have surrendered 70 or more 3 times, albeit 2 of those instances against Judson, the other against Steele. Not bad company there. Timeout taken by Jimmy Carrastory and New Braunfels. Let's look at the 27 6A standings. Where things stand and why tonight's game is so important. District play is winding down. After tonight, 3 games left for each team, Smithson Valley and New Braunfels. And those two are battling with Wagner for the 4th and final playoff spot. Judson, Steele, Clemens are all already in. So you have 4 teams battling for 1 spot. South Stand is right there in the conversation as well. You look at Wagner, the Thunderbirds, in terms of what they have left, they're playing Steele tonight. They get East Central. They will face New Braunfels next Tuesday, and they end the season against Clemens. So some tough games for Wagner as well. Smithson Valley still has Judson and Clemens to play along with South Stand. East Central, the only team eliminated, the Hornets winless in district play. By the way, Steele and Judson both ranked in the top 10 in Class 6A. Each team 9-1 in district. Clemens only a game back at 8-2. The record of those 3 teams, the Buffaloes, Rockets, and Knights, is a combined 49-9 this season. By the way, the Rangers and Thunderbirds split their season series, home team winning each time. If you think about a potential 4th place tie-breaking game. Reach and foul called against Morgan Abbott with 6:23 left. And the Braunfels right now in no hurry to get shots up. Good dribbling by Sosa. And a travel before the shot by Norsworthy. So Smithson Valley gets a defensive stop, but again, they need buckets and need them relatively quickly. Two minutes gone by in the fourth. 45-23, Unicorns on top. The tone was set early by Kaylee Mulkey, who scored a dozen in the first quarter. New Braunfels led at the end of one, 14-7. Mulkey has since cooled off, has scored 7 points since that red-hot first. But her teammates have played well. Sosa and Bowles battling for it. Sosa gets it back, finds a teammate. 3-pointer is off by Mendieta, but New Braunfels collects another offensive rebound. Sosa into Mendieta. This is a short jumper. So against Smithson Valley getting some defensive stops. They gave up 34 in the first half, only 11 here in the second, but they're not scoring enough. And Sosa on the turnover lays it in. Second basket for Bree Sosa. She has 4. Back out to a 24-point New Braunfels lead. Another Smithson Valley turnover. Ball thrown right to Sosa. 3-on-2 for New Braunfels. Mendieta on the offensive rebound. Splashes in the jumper. Abby Mendieta has 6, and the Unicorns have tied their largest lead at 26, 49-23, with 4.5 to go. Smithson Valley, tough game coming up Friday on the road at Clemens. Back home next Tuesday to play South Sand. Final game at home this season. Elliott the bucket. And into double figures now for the Rangers. She has 10 and leads all Ranger scores. Mendieta, good handles. Took a shot in traffic though. And now a battle for the basketball. Abbott and Sherrod. And the Unicorns will keep it on the alternating possession. They're getting really tough for the Rangers tonight. A short bench. Just 9 active players here tonight. And no Trinity Garrett. Good play in to Meredith Sherrod on the inside. She has 8. And New Braunfels now more than doubling up the Rangers' output, 51-25 with 3:45 to go. Elliott got free. And free throws now coming up for Gabby Elliott. Good feed inside by Caroline Dias. Again, talked about the last 3 seasons for Smithson Valley. As Elliott is off of the first free throw. 27 wins a year ago. The Rangers, a playoff team each the previous 3 years. 26 wins 2 seasons ago, 20 the year before that. And in both 2018 and 19, they reached the second round of the postseason. The playoff streaks are in jeopardy, and Smithson Valley's streak of consecutive 20-win seasons will come to an end as well this year. What's been a trying season trying to play through the pandemic, injuries, a young team as well. Shot's good. Good looking shot from Morgan Abbott, her first field goal. 5 in the game for Abbott. 23-point game with 3 left to play. The Braunfels will improve to 7-16 on the year. Smithson Valley will drop to 6-13. Barring a massive Ranger comeback in the final 250. Into the post. Sosa found a cutter. Daphne Williams and free throws coming up for the Unicorns. Foul against Clifton, her second. Team 7th, and 2 free throws coming up for Williams. And is off on the first. Gabby Elliott comes out for the Rangers and could be for the final time tonight. If she doesn't re-enter the game, finishes with 11 points. As Williams goes 1 of 2 from the line for New Braunfels. Tough night for Elliott again against this New Braunfels defense. Just had a hard time getting her into a rhythm. New Braunfels staying in the zone defense. With the game in hand and a number of subs in now for the Unicorns. Turnaround jumper off target by Clifton. But the Rangers get it back. Here's Abbott collecting the loose ball. Abbott, tough floater. Good for Morgan Abbott, has 7. And the Braunfels lead at 52-30 with a minute 50 left. Really big 3-game stretch coming up for each team, as this will draw the Unicorns even in the district standings for the 4th and final playoff spot. And again, Wagner tonight playing Steele. Steele, the number 4 ranked team in the state. If you are to assume the Knights have won that game, there would be a 3-way tie for 4th place, and that's not counting what South Stand's doing tonight. The Bobcats are only a game back coming into tonight's Tuesday games. 3-pointer good for Caroline Dias, her 8th made 3 this season. And now the Rangers have pulled even with the Unicorns in the second half, after the Braunfels had stretched the lead out to 26. Under a minute to go in the 4th. Here's Liberty Rule, lost it. Right to Sosa though. 3-pointers short from Angie Cisneros. Braunfels, or Smithson Valley rather, gets the ball back. Abbott's pass deflected, taken away by Mendieta. Mendieta finds Cisneros driving and finishing. The Braunfels bench liking that. Angie Cisneros, the sophomore, doesn't play much. Able to connect on the bucket. Final 10 seconds. That's a 3. Cuts the lead to 18, and that will provide the final points of the night. So New Braunfels fairly dominant from start to finish. And for the first time since 2009, the Unicorns have swept the season series from the Rangers as they win this one by a final of 54-36. The Rangers and Unicorns are now tied for the 4th and final playoff spot in 27-6A play. On behalf of our entire Rangers Network crew, I'm Brant Freeman saying good night from Ranger Gym.